My name's Karen Worley. I lost my husband in 2012, and he was a veteran, and he loved serving in the Army. So at that time, I began to apply for my veterans benefits. When I was referred to this one company, we began working together, and in doing so, I began to get suspicious. Some of the things just did not seem right. So I called legal aid, and I was referred to Ms. Deborah Dahlman. She's been a godsend to my life. Hi, Ms. Dahlman.
Hi, Miss Worley. Boy, that was really an interesting case we had together, wasn't it?
Certainly was. $26,000 to pay back to the veterans. I was scared, I really was. I was shaking in my boots.
So it did turn out that your suspicions were right, and there was a scam by this organization. There were actually over 300 people who were victims of this scam. So you really did a good service for so many people.
I'm glad about that, so no one else can be taken advantage of like that.
Miss Worley, I'm really grateful to have been able to help you.
But I thank God for you. You really kicked them in the you know what. To see justice prevail.
I was doing a check with my bank account, and I noticed that a lot of my funds were depleted. I called my bank, they had no answers. I knew I had to get an attorney. First thing popped in my head was legal aid. So I called legal aid, they were very friendly, and they assigned me to the attorney that I had, Matt. Matt fought for me, and it worked out perfect.
Hey, George.
Hey.
Good to see you. So, George, when I think about the case that you and I worked on, what really impressed me about working with you was, you know, here's this guy who's worked hard all of his life, did everything that everybody expected him to do. And then when the bank took your money and they really wouldn't answer your questions, that just really seemed like it was unfair. But you had the fortitude to say, I'm not taking it lying down, and that's always made an impression on me.
Well, Matt, you helped me out a whole lot because by my money being garnished like it was, that put me in a hole. And after you informed me about a lot of things, how the system works, how the legal system works, I kind of got a good idea, and I was a little bit more comfortable with going through this process. You helped me get back on track, and I want to thank you a whole lot for that.
I'm glad to hear it.
I was in an abusive marriage. I had 3 children, and I got to the point where I was scared to leave, but I didn't want my kids to grow up thinking that I had boys. I didn't want them to think that that was okay. And so I was able to file for divorce through legal aid, and while my divorce was pending, they put protection orders in place for me, and my ex-husband broke into my house while we were sleeping, and I woke up to him beating me with my son's baseball bat, and I was able to get the bat away, but then he pulled out a knife and proceeded to stab me 12 times. I really thought I was going to die that night, but my kids had woken up and started screaming and ran in there, and it kind of gave me my fight or flight, and I was able to get away. I was in the hospital, and it was about a week later, and I received a call from Alex from Legal Aid, and talking to her kind of changed things for me, and my life started moving in a more positive direction.
Hi.
How are you?
Okay. How are you? It's so good to see you.
So good to see you.
I first need to know how you are now. How are you?
I am wonderful. I am in a very good place.
I am
my
so
life.
glad.
I remember you telling me that I wasn't a victim anymore, I was a survivor. And I kind of used that every time like things would get tough. You were strong, and you advocated for me, and that was important.
You did this for your kids.
I did.
And frankly, you did this for all the other women that you come into contact with now as a forensic nurse.
And if it wasn't for you and for legal aid and making sure that I had all those things in place, like the protection orders and making sure he didn't have parenting time. I'm not sure that my life would have went the way that it has gone.
You became a thriver, and you broke that cycle of violence. And you know, for me, I'm so proud to know you, and I'm so proud to see what you have done with your life.
And it means just having you be proud of me, someone so strong. You have a very, very strong voice in the domestic violence world, and that means a lot to me.
I did my job. It was you who had the strength to move forward. That to me is the most important piece of this. You had the strength.
Thank you.
So proud of you.
Well, you will be one of the clients that I will always remember.
I'll always remember you also.